Hey everyone out there in the land of YouTube, this is Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network, and today is December 12th, 2022. First off, I want to thank all of you that were here on my live on December 9th. On Friday, it was my birthday, and you guys made my birthday. You really did. It was really fun. I haven't ever had that many birthday wishes in my life. It was a lot. So thanks. That was really fun. Let's just kind of recap what's going on in the news. I know that it's been a little startling that the Republican Party has become, well, I really think we're moving into a time where we would call it the Republican Nationalist Movement. Republican Nationalists. I think that we're moving into a time where it hasn't been named yet, but I think that what we're seeing is the Republican Nationalist Party. They're showing signs of just keeping up the intentions to have a coup, have another coup. There was a convention in New York City with Marjorie Taylor Greene. You've probably seen footage of it where she pretty much is copying to that she was part of January 6th. And in the meantime, in other countries, in Peru, the president just, I don't know, he was having a wild hair and he just decided, I think I want to just dissolve the government of Peru, and so he attempted to do that, and he was promptly arrested the same day. And I don't know about all of you, but when Donald Trump incited a violent insurrection, a war on the United States of America, that he took an oath to defend and protect from all threats, foreign and domestic. When that happened, didn't we all have a moment of surely he will get arrested for doing that? Didn't we all just come to that logical kind of conclusion? Wow, he tried to get people killed. Wow, he told those people to go to the Capitol and fight like hell. Wow, he for months was saying the election will be rigged and that he was going to stay in the White House. He never said he was going to leave. It was all there, right there in full-blown living color. We all saw it. And when the insurrection happened, and so many of us, myself included, were traumatized and watching it happen and thinking these people have gone crazy, we thought for sure he'd be arrested, and he wasn't. And in Peru, the wannabe dictator was arrested the same day. I have his name written down. You know who I'm talking about if you're following the news. Pedro Castillo. I can't speak Spanish to save my life. Castillo. He tried to dissolve the government. Well, the people weren't having it. By the end of the day, he was arrested. If you want to kind of get more of the lowdown on that, Ari Melber had a pretty good piece this evening. And then, in Germany, the QAnon type group tried to overthrow the German democracy government, and they were arrested, and they're still, arresting people. But the head guy is in jail. The guy who led it, the guy whose idea it was, who was at the forefront of the attempted coup. So I know that we're all feeling like there's something really wrong, that these people are still walking free, like Donald J. Trump is still walking free, and just the longer they're free, the longer they're not brought to justice, the longer it goes, the more intense they become. They become emboldened. So we have an emboldened, that should go bowling and stop this ridiculousness. An emboldened Republican Nationalist Party. We're going to have to start calling it what it is. We have a lot of work to do from a spiritual perspective. We do have to get together and meditate, and we do that every Tuesday. If you want to sign up to join us, it's in the Zoom room, no obligation. So much of what I do here is no obligation. It's free. You can just join us, psychic.dion.com, and that's in hopes that you will be interested in the other offerings that I have that you can pay for. So we do that on Tuesdays. So sign up for that at psychic.dion.com so you can meditate with us, because meditation does make a difference. There's a certain kind of an energy frequency that can combat this, that can beat this, and we create it together. And we're seeing a lot of tumult, but the tumult is also indicative of change happening. Boy, and have we seen a lot of change. Before I jump into the cards, I do want to let you know that we're having this is a Yule book. We're having a Yule celebration. I can't really hold it up too much because of the copyrights. We're having a Yule celebration that you can sign up for at psychic.dion.com on Saturday, 1 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, live in a Zoom room. It's going to be a blast. We have to conjure up the spirit of the holidays, of the winter solstice. So we'll be doing that. And I do have a special guest coming, so that'll be fun. There'll be live music, there'll be storytelling, and there'll be some lifting the vibration. And tuning into the angels and spirit guides, because the veils are very thin this time of year. So if you need anything from the angels, you know, they're really close. I'm going to choose 3 cards about Marjorie Taylor Greene because she's of great concern right now. What's also of great concern is that Kevin McCarthy has chosen to align with Marjorie Taylor Greene. We're in a tight spot, but we've been in tighter spots. Let me see if I can conjure up some glasses. No, we'll just go though. I can see. Elon Musk is, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I did say during the video with Corey on Bridge Cape Ann, kind of recently, I don't know which week it was. You know, we're on every Wednesday at 6:30 on Bridge Cape Ann on his YouTube channel. I said that I saw Dr. Fauci deciding to live in a different place, in a different area. I mean, out of the country. Ultimately, you know, in his later years. I think that he's definitely considered it. I have picked up on that. Dr. Fauci is being targeted and threatened. It's disconcerting. It's how these people are behaving to threaten a public servant who has led us through pandemics and kept people from dying for, I don't know, 50 years or something crazy. That he's being threatened. And threatened to be investigated by the what did Trump used to call the Democrats, the do-nothing Democrats? Let's call it like it is, the do-nothing Republicans. Speaking of which, they do nothing but cause trouble because they're so incompetent. It's really, you know, one aspect of it is they're not smart enough to govern, to lead, to work for their constituents. They're not smart enough to know how to do it, to know what they're doing. So then, I've always said they're a bunch of lazy bums, the Republicans. So this is about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I have the death card first and foremost. It doesn't mean she's going to die. It means the nonsense is going to be coming to an end. She's so incriminating herself, and I feel like Jack Smith is on her trail. The Queen of Cups, yeah, she's feeling like she's the queen of everything. She really is. Marjorie Taylor Greene is really in a deluded state of look how important I am, because nobody's called her out. Nobody's called her out. But somebody will. The Queen of Wands is coming up here. Now, let me just pull one more card, because I'm getting these females around Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I feel like the Death card indicates some changes are coming. Yeah, this represents Jack Smith. I also see female leaders, females that are leaders in positions of leadership that out her, that out Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's funny because it's usually sort of male dominated in terms of this movement, but I see two women calling out Marjorie Taylor Greene for what she's doing. Now, some of that feels like it's to save their own, butt. I see women outing Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm not sure what that's about. So interesting. Is this about some criminal activity? No, it's not about criminal activity. Is Marjorie Taylor Greene attempting to get back at some females in our government? Yes. Okay, so what pops into my mind is that Marjorie Taylor Greene, it seems like what the cards are saying, what the guides are saying is that Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Death card came up, that means there's a quick, swift ending to what she's doing. And the females, I feel these females like outing Marjorie Taylor Greene, so I'm interpreting that as to mean that like the AOCs and the Ilmar, the people that she's harassed, the females that Marjorie Taylor Greene has harassed, I kind of feel like they're gonna get her in trouble somehow. Is that what I'm, yeah, that's actually what I'm picking up on. So maybe it might be behind the scenes, but I feel, yeah, that's really strong. There's a couple of females. Is AOC one of them? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is she one of them? No. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's going to be in trouble through some females. Is it Nancy Pelosi? I am getting Nancy Pelosi. Very strongly. Very strongly. There's something coming up about Pelosi. Is it slander? No. Is it death threats? Okay. Marjorie Taylor Greene, somewhere along the line, it's looking like that she posed threats, death threats. I'm not really remembering the specific instances, but I'm picking up on her being in trouble from some females that want her held accountable for some horrible things that she said. And, okay, Liz Cheney is, okay. I'm picking up on Liz Cheney and I'm picking up on Nancy Pelosi. Liz Cheney, oh yeah, Liz Cheney's got something on Marjorie Taylor Greene. It didn't even cross my mind to check with the January 6th committee which females are there. Yeah, so I'm picking up on Nancy Pelosi and Liz Cheney both having dirt on Marjorie Taylor Greene and holding her accountable. That's really interesting. I'm dropping the cards because they're too slippery. Hang on. I hope you had a good weekend. Mine was good. It snowed. Snowed a little bit. Starting to feel really wintry. And the sun sets at 4 o'clock. So it just feels like, this time of year, it's like the night is so long, which is why they call the 21st the longest night. Coming next week. Oh yeah. And the moon today is in Leo. Has been in Leo. It'll be in Leo for part of the day tomorrow too. Fiery. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. I always have to check. Thank you to those of you who watched Church of Spirituality yesterday too. I'd really like to get some more views if you can help me. And please subscribe and share and hit the thumbs up and all that good stuff. Let's take a look at Elon Musk. I mean, what we have to recognize is they are all in with the dark energy. They are all in. It's like all hands on deck with the dark energy. This brazenness has so much to do with not being held accountable. So before we look at Elon, I want to look at the DOJ. What the DOJ, what stage they're at with slowing this violent rhetoric down. I mean, they're calling for war. They ruin it for everyone, I'm telling you. They're calling for war. So the DOJ. Oh, okay, well, this is the DOJ, the Five of Wands. We will hear some communications this week about subpoenas. We have heard, it's hard to keep track of how many, but we have heard about subpoenas that have been issued. And the Eight of Cups, yeah, you know, they're working on it. The guides are saying they're going as fast as they can. I'm just into dropping cards tonight. In the Wheel of Fortune, there's a turn of events. I've been saying for some time now that the third week in December seems very full of subpoenas and indictments. And also the same thing that, I'm going to ask the pendulum, am I just picking up on, because I've been saying the third week in December, so we're going to have a lot of legal action the third week of December, which is next week, believe it or not. Almost the end of the year. Is that because, what am I picking up solely on the January 6th committee report? No, it's more than that. I'm picking up on more than that. Okay. Because in the January 6th report, which is like at least 1,000 pages, that's going to be good reading, right? There'll be a lot of, you know, there'll be recommendations given to the DOJ about who to, you know, subpoena and prosecute. Criminal referrals. Is Donald Trump going to be referred for criminal action? Absolutely. Yes. The January 6th committee report, when that comes out, the guys are saying don't be so quick to be discouraged. To anybody who's feeling discouraged, oh yeah, that's a strong yes. Donald Trump, you know, they're going to recommend that Donald Trump be pretty much prosecuted. Criminal referral for Donald Trump. And look at that pendulum go. It's like it's so excited to tell us. The DOJ. I'm going to just pick 3 cards about the DOJ and with kind of a focus on next week. Today's the 12th, so that would be, you know, starting the week of the 19th. The DOJ. The death card is coming. Okay, so there's an end to a lot. They're going to put the kibosh down on some of the insurrectionists next week. The Six of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to feel like a lot of juggling in terms of just keeping a lot of balls in the air like you're juggling. So next week will feel like that. The death card came up again. Let's pick 3 cards that are clarifiers on the death card, because it just seems like, you know, the death card is indicative of things like investigations coming to an end, like just being completed. So the clarifiers on that are judgment. Okay, so some of the investigations have been, you know, finished up, and that's what we're going to see. And I'm not just referring to the January 6th committee. I'm referring to more, like, you know, cases that lead to subpoenas and indictments. They're finishing up. The judgment card is here. So the reason we keep getting the death card is that things are coming to, like, a lot of things are coming to completion in terms of this investigation on this person and this investigation on that person, like that. The High Priestess says we won't hear all about it, but just know that action is being taken. It is frustrating. We feel like it shouldn't take this long. The Republican Nationalist Party is rising up against America. Yes, those words just came out of my mouth. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at 3 cards about the Republican Nationalist movement. And you know what? I just made that up in my head because that's what it is. But I have a sense that you're going to start hearing the Republican Party being referred to that way. The Republican Nationalist Party. We don't want nationalism. We don't want white supremacy and anti-Semitism. This is, it's not what this country is about. And we have to talk about Ron DeSatan too. Okay, so Temperance. Okay, so the Three of Cups is, we are going to see some movement forward. So let's know that we're going to see some movement forward. The Temperance card, I don't like getting the Temperance card because it indicates you just kind of have to wait for the tide to go out and the tide to come in, and to just like kind of go with the flow and just wait. But while we're waiting, we can set positive intentions that things that need to happen in terms of saving our country from the Republican Nationalist Party happen. The Three of Cups is a celebration card, and the Page of Cups is we will be getting news soon. The guides are saying about Kevin McCarthy. I've said all along that Kevin McCarthy was in on the insurrection. I'm going to pull 3 cards about it's only a few short weeks away in January when the Republicans take over the House. Maybe. Are the Republicans going to take over the House on January 3rd? Okay, on January 3rd, but my point that I'm making is I don't feel like it's going to last. Will the Republicans hold on to the House for the entire month of January? Remains to be seen. That's uncertainty. That's like there are things in play. Will Kevin McCarthy be Speaker of the House? Are we going to see Kevin McCarthy being Speaker of the House? The pendulum has consistently said no on that. Let's pick 3 cards about that. Kevin McCarthy. Just strictly about Kevin McCarthy. Let's see. Kevin McCarthy is holding secrets too. The High Priestess, he's holding on to secrets. He knows what went down. It's funny, I was thinking of him today, and I was thinking, Kevin McCarthy was all about, Donald Trump needs to be, 14th Amendment. No. I mean, is it the 14th Amendment? Yeah. There's a 14th Amendment. He incited an insurrection, and also the one where, you guys will tell me, because you always do, where he's unfit to be in office. So Kevin McCarthy went from that to going to Mar-a-Lago, and we all want to know what happened at Mar-a-Lago, that it was just like somebody did a spell on him, an evil spell, or hypnotized him or something, and he just changed. It's kind of like, gosh, in those old cartoons when it's like, when the people have like the spiral eyes because they're being hypnotized or, like mind controlled in some way. Did Kevin McCarthy have his mind controlled when he went to Mar-a-Lago? Yeah. Almost like he was hypnotized. Oh my goodness. Well, Vladimir Putin's a master at that. Did Trump hypnotize Kevin McCarthy? No, Trump didn't hypnotize Kevin McCarthy. Did Trump, okay, entertainment purposes only, did Trump threaten, I mean not with violence, but threaten Kevin McCarthy that if he didn't go along with him, he'd be sorry? Did Trump do something like that? Yes. When Kevin McCarthy went to Mar-a-Lago, oh yeah, that's really, really, really strong. Trump kind of threatened him with something in the sense of, Kevin, well, if you don't go along with this, you'll be sorry. But I don't mean like he's going to be killed or something. It was like, okay, does Trump have something on Kevin McCarthy? Does Trump have something on Kevin McCarthy that he's afraid? Yes, there it is. For entertainment purposes only, that I get that Trump has something on Kevin McCarthy. Does Trump have something on Lindsey Graham? While we're on the topic. Well, that's inconclusive. Inconclusive. But he definitely, according to my psychic impression, has something on Kevin McCarthy. I want 3 more cards about Kevin McCarthy and Trump. Oh, he's got something that if it came out, the fool. Kevin McCarthy was a fool. Kevin McCarthy signed up for something with Trump that he shouldn't have and that he regrets. And what he signed up for, maybe we can get more information about that. What Kevin McCarthy signed up for, actually, with Trump, is actually the thing that's keeping him from saying anything to Marjorie Taylor Greene and all the other Republican nationalist extremists. Shouldn't have done it. The 8 of Swords. Kevin McCarthy he's kind of, when I see him and I'm reading his energy, I see he's acting like he's, all that and, big man on campus, Kevin McCarthy, and he has this kind of fake smile. When I see clips of Kevin McCarthy talking on Fox or whatever, that's a frightened man. That's a man who's hiding something. Well, that High Priestess came up. The 8 of Swords. If the country knew Kevin McCarthy would be done, is Kevin McCarthy going to become undone? Because we find out. Yeah. Yeah. Will it be in January? Not in January. Well, let's get closer. Will Kevin McCarthy, will the dirt come out, be uncovered on Kevin McCarthy this month? Not this month, not January. Are we going to find out the truth about Kevin McCarthy in February? In February. Phil, the few times I've gotten a lot on the legal front in the month of February, which, I know it sounds like it's very far away, just like 2023 sounds like it's so far away, but it's already December 12th. Weeks. It's just weeks. Is the January 6th committee report, final report, going to lead to indictments? Yes. The January 6th report, when it's out and it's in our hands, is going to lead to indictments. Will they be immediate? Yes, they'll be immediate. Okay. So after that January 6th committee report comes out, there will be indictments immediately. That's what the cards are saying and the pendulum is saying. I just go with that. Okay. What else do I have to tell you about before we delve into another question? In January, I have a series that's happening on Saturdays, every single Saturday, about the law of attraction, how to create what it is that you want to create in your life, releasing blocks, and just doing what we do to make things happen. Sign up on my website, psychicanetdion.com. And, okay, Elon Musk, I promised. Well, when I tune into Elon Musk's energy, he's very unstable. Probably doesn't take a psychic to tell you that, but he's very unstable. He's very unloved. Elon Musk, like Donald Trump, doesn't have love. They don't know what it is. The guys are saying Elon Musk was brought up in a very hateful environment, as was Trump. So we're taking a look at... I'm not making excuses for him. Don't think I'm saying that. Elon Musk, the 5 of Swords. The Sun. The Sun is going to reveal what's been going on for Elon. I feel like Elon is in trouble. Internationally. Oh my gosh. I'm picking up that Elon Musk is going to be... He's going to be held accountable for international crimes. Entertainment purposes only. This is, gosh, that's interesting. He's made agreements with other countries to commit international crimes. Is it Russia? I should never say Russia. I should just say Putin. Is it with Putin? I'm picking up a yes on that. Elon Musk it's going to be revealed that he has committed international crimes. Doesn't really surprise me, actually. Is he in communication with the Russian government? The evil empire. Yes. Does he, remember last time I picked up on Germany? Does Elon Musk have involvement with Germany? Yes. Does Elon Musk have involvement with the worldwide QAnon? No. Has Elon Musk made international agreements that are anti-democracy? Has he made some kind of agreements that are anti-democracy? Oh, that's a very strong yes. In a nutshell, it looks like Elon Musk has something to do with a plot to take down democracy. This isn't rocket science, excuse the pun. This isn't rocket science. And he's not a rocket scientist, just so you know. I don't think he's a very smart man. Just because his name was associated with Nikola Tesla and his name was associated with electric cars, some of the first electric cars, doesn't mean he's a genius. It doesn't mean he's a genius. It doesn't. And I haven't read Elon Musk's entire life story. I guess I'm just not that interested. And I went ballistic when he got Man of the Year last year. Nobody could talk me out of how upset I was. I don't know, people were saying, oh, well, you know, he's had the most influence last year at this time. But he's, you know, he had money, and so he invested his money. That's what he did. You can be a multi-billionaire, and you can be a complete and total idiot, and just be, you know, a puppet, and be apparently revered around the world just because you have money. I mean, I really do feel like we're going through a time where we're being called out for being so materialistic. This planet is in a really bad way right now, and we're all doing this, you know, foolishness just as a collective. I don't mean you guys. 3 cards about Elon Musk. I mean, we really do have a lot of problems that need to be addressed, especially environmentally. This is about Elon. Okay, so Elon's going to try to finagle his way out of the legal problems that he's in by making deals, but this feels international. And he's going to make enough deals that he's not held like a prisoner. He's not like thrown in jail or anything. And the star card means that the United States actually wins over Elon Musk. Wins over, like defeats Elon Musk. I don't know how. Let's choose 3 cards about how. They're telling me Jack Smith. He won't be able, okay, Elon Musk feels like he's going to be held accountable for inciting violence, or at least violent rhetoric. He's going to be held accountable, and he will be, his hands will be tied, so to speak. Yeah, he's going to trip over his words. Elon Musk is going to trip over his words. It feels like he's going to incriminate himself on Twitter more and more and more and more till an end is put to it, till a stop is put to it. But I keep on feeling like there's going to be what Elon Musk is saying is going to be connected to something international. It's almost like the code gets cracked. I have this sense of Elon being like frozen. Like, I don't mean like temperature frozen, just like frozen in terms of his ability to influence and impact in the way that he has. In other words, he's going to get reeled in. is Elon Musk going to continue to be the head of Twitter? Is he going to continue to be the head of Twitter? No, he's not. So I think what I'm picking up on is that he has to step down from Twitter. Is it going to be soon? Is it going to be this month? Is it going to be January? Is it going to happen in February? Will Elon must be forced to step down in March. It's looking like around March he'll be forced to step down. So we have a few more months of this insanity, but let's just take a look at a few cards about that. Is it going to be this bad with the really the horrible racism and inciting violence on Twitter? Is it going to remain at this peak? The Hierophant, the law is going to step in. There have to be laws about inciting violence. Ace of Wands, yeah, that has to do with communication. So I feel like there will be laws put in place that he won't be able to do as much damage as he has been doing. The Eight of Pentacles. I feel like there's a committee that will form to install something like a fairness doctrine type thing. Feels like around March. Okay, the reason I mentioned Ron DeSatan is because I see what he's up to and what he's not up to. And what I mean by that is Ron DeSatan is not doing anything to help the state of Florida. He's spending his time going after children that happen to have been born not feeling like they are the gender that they are. Ron DeSantis is spending his time when he could be helping Floridians, going after people who don't feel the gender that they are and seeking counsel and help. He's going after them. He's going after the trans population. Last week, he lost a case around some kind of anti-woke bill. He did not win that. Couldn't even define what woke, we've been talking about that here. What the heck is this woke stuff? I think it means that you use your brain and that you're not racist. I think it means something like that, and that you like to read books and you like to, live your life as an aware and conscious human being. That's what woke is. But he couldn't really define it. So we're looking at what's going to happen to him because he's not helping the people of Florida at all. Let's remember, they had a major hurricane that took over the entire state just a few months ago. And then they had another hurricane. And people can't insure their properties. And people don't have homes. It's the Christmas season. Has anyone heard anything about how those people in Florida who lost everything are faring? No, the news went into a blackout. That's Ron DeSantis. He thinks he's the king of wands. He has Proud Boys and Oath Keepers protecting him. And so what Ron DeSantis has done is he's put people. This is the Russian female that he's been working with. I forget her name. He's put people around him. Yeah, Ron DeSantis has put like a fortress of people around him to keep him from getting into trouble. But that doesn't, just with the law. But that doesn't mean that he won't. Is the law coming for Ron? Is the law coming for Ron DeSatan? Not right away, but the law is coming for Ron DeSatan. And you know what? I want to encourage everybody here to write to the news programs, mainstream news programs. That's a strong yes. The law is coming for Ron DeSatan. To stop talking about Ron DeSatan. You can say Ron DeSatan too. To stop talking about him as a viable candidate for president of the United States, because they shouldn't talk about him like he's a good candidate. And speaking of the candidates, tea time. Speaking of the candidates for president, we haven't heard anything from Trump. It's just curious to me. He hasn't been talking much about becoming president. He's just been talking, and Trump has been talking absolute nonsense. You have to excuse me, these cards are really slippery and they keep falling. But I am thinking about Trump as I'm seeing these cards, and because I was just wondering how he's doing. The Fool. Trump is going to continue to look like a total idiot. The total idiot that he is. The Nine of Swords. Just occurred to me that things have shifted in the sense that if you call Trump an idiot now, more people agree with you. You know what I mean? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so Trump's fortune is about to change because he's been saying the most stupid things. And the Nine of Swords is, oh yeah, he's in bad trouble. Trump is, the guides are telling me that he's losing his ability to think, which points me in the direction of thinking that he has dementia. I'm really getting a sense that that's what happens with dementia. That Trump he's losing his ability to think. So the guides are saying Trump is losing his ability to think. So what he's doing is with his, Truth Social, or I don't even know, is he on Twitter again? I don't think so. He's going for the low-hanging fruit. I know I keep saying that he's posting, but I haven't heard that he's back on Twitter. So I think it's just on Truth Social. That should be in quotes. Because it's the opposite of truth. It's like the biggest lies you can think of. That Trump, that's what he's doing. Anyway, is Trump having the onset of dementia? Is he, no, really seriously, Pendulum? Yes. Trump is experiencing the onset of dementia. How interesting that he would point to Joe Biden as many times as he did and say he's not fit to be president because his brain is not working. Yeah, can you say projection? I know there are a lot more questions we could ask. I'm not going to stay on, for like hours. I'm going to wrap it up under an hour. I'm going to delve into, there's so many things, but what I'm going to do is, and I don't want to read on Iran tonight because that's a really upsetting situation. Things are shifting and changing. We've noticed the generations coming in are not standing for oppression and suppression. The generations coming in especially, we all need to get on board with saving this earth. Just saving our democracies and saving this planet, and we all have to get on board with that. So the younger generations, the early 20-somethings in particular especially, are the ones that are, I mean, like when you think about it, like Greta Thunberg, for example, she couldn't face that the planet's burning up. We have global climate change and nobody's doing anything about it. I can't even read about the Keystone, the oil spill. It's too upsetting. We do have to do whatever we can. This generation that's in the early 20s especially, they know that time is running out, and they are not going to put up with these oppressive governments that will just and for that matter, the Republican Nationalist Party, like I've just coined the phrase, the title now, you heard it here, are not invested at all in anything but destruction. And these governments, these oppressive governments, are not invested in anything but destruction. So it's like, we can't really blame them in a way. Let's wrap up tonight with how things are going to go, just like a general read, how things are going to go this week. And then I'll be back with Corey Bridge Cape Ann Wednesday. Tomorrow is our 20 on Tuesdays meditation. Sign up at psychicannetdion.com. I have so many things that I'm getting ready to present and to teach, so go to my website because it's too much for me to tell you all, everything right here. for the next few days. And then we'll do Friday Night Live. Friday night. We'll be live on Friday, all together. So this week we're going to see some actually positive developments, feeling like we're building anew. That's good. I feel like the economy is going to be, steady. People are going to be feeling a little bit more optimistic this week about America anyway, believe it or not. I'm picking that up. There's going to be some glimmers of hope that we are actually heading in a better direction. 7 of Wands. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. Actually, this week looks like, for the next few days anyway, it looks like things are going to be... The bottle dump outside. It feels like things are going to be on the up and up this week. For over the next few days, on the up and up. And I know the news is not good, but I've had the sign up forever. We give thanks that darkness reminds us of light. When we see hatred and violent rhetoric being showcased, we have to stand up for love and connection and helping one another and looking out for one another. So let's keep all that in mind as we go off into the evening or the day, whatever it might be. Thank you for all your support and your love. It's much appreciated. I'll see you real soon. I have time in my schedule. I have plenty of time for readings. You can sign up on my website. And appreciate you all. Please join us for the Winter Solstice event. It's going to be really special. We have to conjure up the spirit of the season, of the solstice. It's there for us. We just have to lure it in. Love you. Namaste. See you soon.